Nick Wright decides to come up with his tier. And I knew one thing the moment he was going to come up with his tier. I knew that Nick Wright was going to put LeBron in a spot that he did not deserve to be, but nevertheless, he did it. So as he was going through his rankings, would you believe that Nick Wright ranked LeBron James ahead of Kevin Durant, Kawhi Leonard, SGA, and Stephen Curry? For those of you who may not believe that that's even possible for somebody to do that, what we want to do is we're going to play Nick Wright's breakdown for you. We're going to hold up. We're going to put the full tier so you can see the full picture of it. And then we're going to come back and continue on the show. Just take a listen to this madness right here.
Because no one could have fallen off, because today's the first edition, give you a little bonus, at the bottom, guys who are, bottom of the valley, just missing out. 3 number 1 picks at 3 different stages of their careers. All are right there and could be on the mountain as early as next week, and maybe were on it as recently as a few weeks ago when we had, our dry runs of, not the mountain, but pardon me, of King of the Hill. All right, bottom row, row 7. These guys all are excellent second options. But if any of them are your first option, you have a very clearly defined ceiling. So the only first options on there right now are Trey and Paolo. And Paolo one day I think could be an excellent first option. He's not quite there yet. And by the way, Orlando's going to be in the playoffs. Good job. Trey's a number 1 option. The Hawks are a little disappointing. But these are all really good players. These are all top 30 players right now in the league. Now to the top 20 guys, and this speaks to how deep the league is, that these guys are, that we have got not quite really in the top 15, but these guys, Devin Booker, Donovan Mitchell, 2 of the best scorers in the league, Jamal Murray, a champion, number 2, Dame trying to be that, De'Aaron Fox, the best player on a team that's going to be, around 50 wins for the 2nd straight year, and then Tyrese Halliburton, who while the Pacers have cooled off a bit, Tyrese Halliburton was putting together a first-team All-NBA caliber season early in the year, now probably maybe more of a second-team All-NBA guy, still an unbelievable year. All right, now we're in real club superstar territory, Drew. You have, back-to-back 2-time finals MVPs in Katie and Kawhi, Anthony Davis, who's a champion, Anthony Edwards, who is the best player on a team fighting for a 1 seed, and shout out to Jalen Brunson, who I liked when he was in Dallas. I loved him last year by the end of the year, and now I like him even more. I know obviously he had the scary injury, but he's going to be okay. These guys are all club superstar adjacent. And by the way, shout out to Kawhi for his first healthy season in forever and really being excellent. Okay, so go to row 4. I'm a little conflicted on one of these players, and that player is SGA, because part of me feels like this is too low, because he is having an MVP caliber year. Part of me feels like he's alongside LeBron in his 10 finals, Jimmy Butler in his 2 finals, Steph in his 6 finals appearances, and guys that have real pelts on the wall, and guys that we know are dominant postseason performers. Shai's never been above 500 for his career, for his season, and never been in the playoffs. But, like I said, it's fluid list. All right, now the real cream of the crop. First team All-NBA caliber guys this season. Embiid is hurt, but he's going to be back. Luke is averaging 35 a night, and we're almost numb to it. And Tatum was tough. I'll be honest.
Come around on him, though.
It's not as it could be higher, but I also, I thought about LeBron in that spot. I thought about Jimmy in that spot. I thought about Steph in that spot.
LeBron.
We can discuss it more in a moment. I'm just telling you, I thought about it. As far as if who I trust over in the postseason, LeBron or Tatum, or Jimmy or Tatum, that's a tough one. And but Tatum, that's where it is. These guys are all first team All-NBA caliber if they were to play the games. And now to the part people are going to get mad at. So listen, I tried to show Joker's respect by making the spot next to him vacant. I know everyone, just reveal the top row as well, please. I know everyone thinks it's insane to not put Jokic at the top. Yeah. All I can do is be honest. I think Giannis is the best player in the league.
So you heard what Nick Wright said. Who takes this seriously? Who was listening to that and thought to themselves, man, this makes pretty good sense here. Who was thinking that? Who in their right mind would rank LeBron James ahead of Kevin Durant, ahead of Kawhi Leonard, ahead of Stephen Curry, and ahead of SGA? Nick Wright put LeBron ahead of SGA, who is one of the leading candidates, top 3, to be the MVP this year. Hear what the hell I just said. SGA is one of the leading candidates to win the regular season MVP. Who anywhere mentioned LeBron's name and MVP this season together? Who did it? Who? So that is extremely disrespectful to SGA. That's number one. Number two, here's what's interesting about Nick Wright. And I want to expose something about Nick Wright and people that think like this, and something about LeBron fans. Not all of them, but a good majority of them. Do you know what's interesting about Nick Wright's ranking? Do you know what's interesting? Every single player that he is putting LeBron ahead of is winning more games than LeBron. Every single player. If we look at the NBA standings right now, the Oklahoma City Thunder are number 2 in the West. The Clippers are number 4 in the West. The Suns are number 6 in the West. The Warriors are ahead of the Lakers at number 9. Which tells you something quite profound, which is this. LeBron fans do not care about winning. All they are focused on is stats. They spend zero time factoring winning. That is the reason why a LeBron fan can look you dead in your face and say to you, LeBron is the second greatest player of all time while having a 40% win percentage in the NBA Finals. They can look you dead in your face and say that. They will know that he played in the weakest conference when he was playing, hence the reason he was able to make it to all of those finals, and still look you dead in your face and be like, yo, this dude, what he did was incredible. They don't factor in competition. They don't factor in winning. Losing is a non-factor. That is the only way you can open up your mouth and say LeBron is on the same level of Jordan. Well, of course, if you don't factor in losing, then sure he is.